Hey, welcome back to Lenfant's Cocktails. It's time for another gin review. Tonight we're going to do Bombay Sapphire. Bombay Sapphire is a London dry style gin. It's been around for about 20-30 years and it's really common to see on most bar backs and in a lot of gin collections. So I finally wanted to review it because it is so popular, but I also noticed it gets dragged a lot online as being like a little bit too basic. So I was doing some reading on it today, and what I basically found out was when Bombay Sapphire first came out, it was kind of ahead of its time, incorporating so many botanicals that weren't in the popular London dry gins of the day. It has 10 botanicals in it. It has, I gotta read this, hold on. It has almond, lemon peel, licorice, juniper berries, of course, orris, angelica, coriander, cassia, cubeb, and grains of paradise. So it's got all these botanicals in it, and it was really ahead of its time, but now apparently, according to gin enthusiasts seemingly everywhere, it's been left behind by the new, batch of craft gins that are out, and kind of the progress they've been making on making new and interesting gins. I'm not really sure. I've only used it a little bit here and there in some martinis and, usually like a gin and tonic for people when they come over because that's what they want with it. And who am I to judge, right? So I'm really interested to try this today on its own because I don't think I've ever done that. And then of course we'll have it in a gimlet and we'll see how it goes from there. So let's go ahead and give it a try. All right, here we go. On the nose, I'm getting a lot of strong ethanol smell, but nothing like the lemon peel or anything besides like a basic gin kind of smell. Got some juniper going on. None of the almond or other kind of botanicals that it mentions, but let's go ahead and give it a try. Okay, there is some definite lemon peel going on back there, coriander for sure. And obviously juniper, very juniper forward. This comes in at 47% by volume, so it's not exactly a weak gin. 94 proof, I think that adds up to, yes. So, it's got some kick to it, it's got some power, but I do think, like a lot of what I was reading today, it kind of lacks anything interesting about it so far. It doesn't have a lot of that citrus forward notes, and I was reading some reviews, and even Bombay themselves say this is supposed to be more of a floral type gin, but I'm not getting a lot of that floral type flavors while sipping it neat. Now, of course, I'm gonna try it in a gimlet and we're gonna see what flavors that amplifies, so I'm really curious to see, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it one more try neat because sometimes, I need to do it twice. Okay. Honestly, it's really not bad. There's nothing like disgusting about it. I don't think it has a weird chemical-y flavor to it like some reviews I was reading. I think it just tastes like a nice standard baseline gin. I wouldn't be afraid to give this to someone who's new to gin. Someone who's looking for a more complex gin might not find this all that interesting. But let's try it in a gimlet and see how it stacks up. All right, we're back. Ice cold gimlet, let's go. On first thought, this is kind of a really basic tasting gimlet. Kind of what I said earlier when I was tasting it neat. It definitely has all the important London dry aspects and characteristics that you look for, but nothing really pops out. If I can think of some other gins that I reviewed on this channel, I usually get a lot of like really big citrus flavors or, anything, really, just anything that popped out. But here, I'm really just getting like gin, like flat, perfectly level, nothing wrong with it, nothing great about it, gin. And I'm not trying to be disparaging to this gin. It definitely is good, and I'll continue to use it in gin and tonics, but honestly, it doesn't bring anything unique or interesting to me, which is honestly the first time, this is the first gin that I've reviewed where I've just been like, it's okay, nothing great, nothing bad, just a standard basic gin. Yeah. If someone were to ask me, hey, is Bombay Sapphire a good gin? Yeah, it's a good gin. Good workhorse gin to make, some basic mixed drinks. If you want to make Moscow mules with gin, can't remember the name of that right now, but if you wanted to make that, great. A gin and tonic, fantastic. But Do you want to make something like a martini that really highlights the gin and maybe exemplifies certain flavors with this? I might pick something else, but that's just me because I like citrus forward gins or floral gins even. But I feel like this really rides the line of like basic gin. Nothing pops out, nothing bad, nothing good, just it's kind of there. You know, interesting way to review this. I kind of didn't know what to expect going into it. Generally when I read stuff online, I'm kind of skeptical of other people's opinions because some people like to be, you know, very specific in their preferences and tastes, which is fair. But for me, I think my tastes kind of line up with everyone else who says this is kind of a good starter gin, great to get into, and then you kind of move along from it. Yeah, I think that's the way. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Please join us again. If you have another gin you want me to review, let me know and I'll try to find a bottle of it. Till next time, cheers.